Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5.
It's time for high school sports, right here on your home for local sports, the NCWLIFE channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Biosports Physical Therapy, Charter College, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Les Schwab, One Way Construction, Rivercom 911, Save Mart, and Sangster Motors. And now let's get ready for high school sports. It starts now on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
He's gonna win it. Eastmont's gonna win the Bridge of Sportsmanship. It's Gregerson on the interception. Good afternoon, volleyball fans, and welcome to Wenatchee High School for this matchup between the Wenatchee Panthers and the Eastmont Wildcats. No, it's not the regular season, it's the postseason. Back in August, these girls got together with their coaches, and they went about making a plan. The plan was to get through the district season and win the league championship. Well, for the Wenatchee Panthers, they've reeled off 11 wins in a row to do exactly that. Not only that, it's to get through the district tournament, to win a district championship, to get to the state tournament, to place at state, maybe even take a state championship. Well, a big step for that is right here today as Eastmont, the 21st ranked team of the state, takes on the number 5 Wenatchee Panthers. Is Eastmont up for the challenge? We're going to find out and talk to the coaches as we continue with the pregame show next, live from Wenatchee High School here on the NCWLIFE channel.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chair on the other side. You can just look time warranty.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
Ooh. You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
Welcome back here on the pregame show on the NCWLIFE channel as we prepare for this district championship between the Eastmont Wildcats and the Wenatchee Panthers. Well, the two teams have met already this season twice. Once here at Wenatchee High School early in the season, with the Panthers sweeping aside the Eastmont Wildcats in 3 sets. There was a little bit of a skirmish after the game that caused some problems for the student bodies, especially for Wenatchee, as they stormed the floor and then confronted the Eastmont student body. That created a quick response from the Wenatchee School District where they said, hey, nobody's going to be able to go to any of the events between Wenatchee and Eastmont for the rest of the season. Now, later in the day on that Friday, the following day, the district and the administration here at Wenatchee High School decided better of that. And so we should have some pretty good fan attendance here today. Now, the two teams met here just a few weeks ago, and that was at Eastmont High School with strict guidelines for the student bodies. They were not to touch the floor. Meanwhile, it was Eastmont taking the first sets. Wenatchee came back and took the next three, but Eastmont has played much better here down the stretch and actually went to West Valley and swept aside the West Valley Rams. Let's talk to head coach for the Wenatchee Panthers now, Marnie McMahon. Marnie, with so much time between the end of the regular season and this district tournament, I'm wondering how you keep the girls from making this moment too big.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to take one day at a time and focus on the preparation in the day. And that's all we try to do this week is just focus on getting better every day and not really worry about Saturday yet.
Let's talk about this matchup. I mean, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in one season. What are you expecting out of Eastmont here today?
Oh, I expect Eastmont to, they're kind of a team that tries to steal momentum away, and they'll fight. Absolutely. Always a good game when you play Eastmont. We just have to be really disciplined. And if we can be disciplined and execute the things we've been working on, I think we can get them.
Tell me about practice this week, getting ready for this event here today.
Very, very important week. I mean, every practice, we're 2.5 hours in the gym, dialed into the game plan, and now we have to execute that game plan.
Tell me about these freshmen. We've talked about them this season, 3 freshmen in your starting lineup. We talked about that against West Valley earlier this season. They don't know what they don't know. Now it's time for the district tournament. They still don't know what they don't know.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're going to have a good night. They're ready. There are 3 girls that play like juniors and seniors, so I have a lot of confidence in them. I think they're going to come to play.
Well, best of luck here today.
Thank you so much.
Marty McMahon joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and talk with Corinne Davis of Eastmont coming up next on the NCWLIFE channel.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
Let's face it, selling your good used vehicle can be a hassle, if nothing else. Consign your vehicle here at Global Elite Motors. When you do, you'll get the best possible price because of our proprietary selling system. We offer the ability to finance, add warranties, take trade-ins, and much, much more. Each consignment vehicle we represent is thoroughly inspected and marketed to attract qualified buyers. Let us help sell your quality vehicle. Buying a vehicle? Consigning a vehicle? Stop by Global Elite Motors on Wenatchee Avenue at Global Car Care.
Welcome back here on the pregame show on the NCWLIFE channel, visiting with Corinne Davis, head coach for Eastmont now. Corinne, tell me about that trip down to Yakima where you guys sweep aside West Valley. I got to think that that's got to set you up well for this district championship today.
I think it definitely does. Those girls brought it every single point, and that mental game that we had, that was just huge momentum for today.
How hard is it to just sit and wait so many days for today to come?
It definitely isn't easy. We actually had Wednesday off and just had team dinner just to break it up in the middle and then hit it hard Thursday, Friday, but it definitely isn't easy just sitting and waiting.
Well, they always say to try to beat a team 3 times in one season is a tough task no matter what the sport is. What's the key for you guys to try to knock these guys off and get this district title today?
I think honestly it just comes down to our mental piece of the game and our emotions and attitudes, because that's what gets the best of us. And when that gets the best of us, our play, goes down. But I think if they can stay strong with that mental game that we've been working so strong on, we should be good.
So do you only just focus this week on this game and that's it? You don't think about what possibly could go on later on this afternoon?
Actually, no. We are prepared for both outcomes. We prepared all week for a win at noon and a loss at noon, because you got to be prepared for both opportunities, because after losing, you have to turn around and be ready to play again. That's big. That's big.
And that talks about mental toughness as well.
100%.
Well, best of luck here today. It's going to be a fun one to watch.
Thank you.
Corinne Davis joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and get to the lineups and get to the first serve. It's the district championship. Wenatchee, Eastmont, coming up next on the NCWLIFE channel.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
The new GMC Sierra with hands-free driving offers the most advanced and luxurious pickup in its class. Yeah. It rocks.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chair on the other side. You can just look on the time warranty.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
Ooh. You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
And welcome back once again here to Wenatchee High School as we get ready for the matchup here for the district title, the 4A district title for District 6 between the 9-7 Eastmont Wildcats and the 12-1 Wenatchee Panthers. But you throw those records out the window literally when you get to the postseason. All that matters is the best of 5 here this afternoon at Wenatchee High School. Appreciate you joining us on the NCWLIFE channel. Our officials for today's game, Kay Eberly and Serena Washington. Serena will be up top and Kay will be on the bottom. As far as the lineup here, speaking of lineups, let's take a look at the starting lineups here for the Eastmont Wildcats. They'll be the visitors here today in the white uniforms trimmed in red and Columbia blue. Starters include Ashlyn Grasseth, a senior outside hitter, Tamron Heimbigner, a junior, Rachel Hamilton, a junior, Tori Wolsborn, a junior, Emma Bennett is a junior. The libero is Brenda Calvillo. And Sarah Peterson or Michaela Staines will start out there on the floor first, depending on if they receive serve or not. Corinne Davis is the head coach. She's assisted by Joe Gwynn and Lori Butterfield. The non-starters here for Coach Davis this afternoon will be Lydia Riggs, Jasmine Seltz, also off the junior varsity, Sammy Beck, and Tamira Scott. Meanwhile, the starters for the Wenatchee Panthers is announced by their head coach, Marty McMahon. Ava Jo Berry, the freshman libero. Ireland Branham, a senior. Ashton McMahon, a junior. Marin Stuber, a freshman. Aaron Waligorski, a junior. Addie Schultz, a senior. And Kiera DeMargin, a freshman. The non-starters for Coach McMahon here today, Elise Beyer is a sophomore. Angela Kerr is a senior. Abby Black, a senior. Zoe Gonzalez, a junior. Bree Sackman, a sophomore. And Malia Nell is a junior. Coach McMahon is assisted by Kayla Randalls, Emily Irvin, Jordan McGregor, Hanson. The lineups here today. Panthers winning the regular season Big Nine championship with a record of 11-0 in Big Nine play, 12-1 overall. Eastmont took second. Thus the matchup here today for the district championship. Wildcats 9-7. They were 8-3 in Big Nine play. So too was West Valley. The Rams, by the way, taking on Sunnyside in the small gym right now for a shot at a game later today at 2 o'clock against the loser of this one for a last chance to the state tournament. Sunnyside coming in 10-6 overall. They were 6-6 in Big Nine play. West Valley, by the way, 12-3 overall on the season. And the Rams ranked 13th in the RPI by the WIAA. Eastmont ranked 21st, Sunnyside ranked 30th. That's the 4 combatants that are taking part in the district tournament here today at Wenatchee High School. And Panthers certainly happy to have the opportunity to host this district championship. Again, these two teams met earlier this season, as I was talking about that, as Marty McMahon joined us on the pregame show, with Wenatchee sweeping Eastmont here at home 3-0. Eastmont took the first set against Wenatchee 3 weeks ago, but the Panthers came back and took the final 3 sets to win that one 3-1. In fact, that one set that they dropped to Eastmont, the only in a stretch of 10 matches where Wenatchee lost a set. We've got our anthem on the way, and we'll come back next here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Direct from Las Vegas, Holiday Dreams, a spectacular holiday cirque. Experience holograms, interactive lasers, projection mapping, and a cast of international cirque performers on one stage. Experience the futuristic holiday show everyone's talking about. Make new memories with your family this holiday season and experience Holiday Dreams, a spectacular holiday show. Live in concert.
Anthem taken care of. The teams are ready, and we're ready for volleyball here today on the NCWLIFE channel. Our broadcast brought to you in part by BioSports Physical Therapy. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And Charter College, they work to get you to work. Find out about how to enroll today at chartercollege.edu. Appreciate you joining us all season long here on the NCWLIFE channel, locally on LocalTel Channel 12, Charter Channel 19, also streaming on our Facebook page and on our website at ncwlife.com. During the anthem, watching Corinne Davis, she looks like she's ready to just pounce out there and play herself. She was rocking back and forth from heel to heel, her fist clenched behind her back. She was trying to calm herself, rubbing her thumb over her forefingers. She is intense, and she's hoping that her team will follow her intensity here today into this one. But it's a long way to win 3 sets against anybody in the Big Nine, and that has certainly proven the case here between these two teams, Eastmont and Wenatchee. Final broadcast of our fall season here today. We will have the second chance at state game coming up at 2 o'clock here on the NCWLIFE channel, so be sure and stay around for that. Wenatchee will have the serve. It'll be Ireland Branham to serve it to start things off here in this one. First serve is across, down to a knee. Eastmont gets it across. Ashlyn Grasseth with the kill attempt at the net. Branham with the set. Here's the kill, the block, off the hit. And now another kill attempt. And the first point goes to Eastmont. And Corinne Davis screaming at the top of her lungs after that point. Hard not to get too high, hard not to get too low. Service here will be by Rachel Hamilton. Hamilton serve is across. Back line, it goes to McMahon. The set by Branham. The little touch at the net. Good placement by Addie Schultz. The point goes to the Panthers. We're tied at 1. We keep track of lead changes, ties throughout each of these sets here today. On the NCWLIFE channel, our first tie after it was knotted at zeros. Kira DeMartian has the service now. The freshman, one of 3 freshmen in the lineup for the Panthers. Calvillo was there. Here's the get it across by Heimbigner. Branham, the kill by McMahon. Down goes Hamilton. Here's the set for Grasseth. Goes off a hand up front. Down to a knee goes the Panthers. Abby Jo Berry got it set up for McMahon on the swipe. Now across the court it goes. A little touch. Wenatchee keeps it alive. Another good volley here. The block at the net, and this one is out. Abby Black with the kill. Hit Ashlyn Grath's hand, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be a point to the Panthers. Our first lead change of the contest. 2-1 Wenatchee. Again, the service by the freshman, Kiera DeMartian. From the right side to the middle, Calvillo there. Grasseth with the kill, and it's out. Point to the Panthers. Loud crowd on hand here today for this one. Largest lead for Wenatchee now at 2 points. First point was by Eastmont, the next 3 by Wenatchee. Across it goes Calvillo on the back line. Up front to the, get it across by Heimbigner, excuse me. Now McMahon, a little bit too far back. We've seen that this season from Ashton. If she is 6-7 feet away from the net and she doesn't have a lot of hops, tendency more is to have that ball go into the net. Sarah Peterson checks in for Eastmont. Meanwhile, Tori Wolsborn on the service. Wolsborn serve is across. DeMartian is there. Branham reverses the set. Kill by Schultz, and it goes, no, they're going to say a double hit. So the point goes to Eastmont, and we have our second tie at 3. Wolsborn on the service. Right hand from the left side. It goes deep, and that's too deep. All 6 ladies on the floor for Wenatchee hollered out. Substitution for Wenatchee. Marin Stuber comes in. Service will be to the freshman, Ava Jo Berry, the libero for Wenatchee. She's certainly been up to the task all season long for the Panthers. This one looked like it was deep, but Wolsborn gets it across. Grasseth. Now to Branham. Branham, beautiful job in the hole there. Eastmont keeps it alive. Nice job by the Wildcats on the scramble. Here's the kill at the net. Calvillo down. Cross it over. And the kill attempt at the net. The ball kept alive. It's going to be a point to Eastmont on the hit by Sarah Peterson. Substitution for Eastmont. Into the contest comes Emma Bennett. Meanwhile, it'll be Ashlyn Grasseth with the serve. And our third tie already at 4-4. Grasseth on the serve for the Wildcats. Good serve. Jo Berry is there to Branham. Reverse it to Schultz. And they're going to say it was outside the antenna on the kill attempt by Schultz. So a point to Eastmont. So our second lead change as the Wildcats take an advantage 5-4. Grasseth again on the service. Jump serve for the middle. Jo Berry there to Branham. She'll get it up to McMahon. Little touch there for her. It's Wolsborn. Now over to Peterson on the shot to get it across. Schultz with the kill. It's in. Cross court from Addie Schultz. Finds the mark. The senior comes through with the hit, and it ties the game again at 5. Substitutions, Abby Black will come in for Wenatchee. So too will Elise Beyer, and she will have the service here for the Panthers. Wenatchee all in black today. The home unis. Home floor has been a good place for them this season. Set up for Peterson. Down the line it goes. DeMargin was there. A little touch at the net by Eastmont. Wenatchee gets it over. And they're going to say a point to Eastmont because of a carry by McMahon. They're saying that she lifted it rather than striking it. And so, to her chagrin, it'll be a point to Eastmont. And we'll have substitutions for the Wildcats. Lydia Riggs will come in. Also, Jasmine Seltz will come in for Eastmont. Service for the Wildcats will be to Lydia Riggs, 5'4" junior, with the service. Across it goes. Back line to DeMargin. Up front, here's the set for McMahon. She got it to the back line. Calvillo there. Almost into the net, and they will say that Eastmont was into the net. Emma Bennett just a little too close there. And so a point to Wenatchee. And already our 5th tie in this first set. McMahon will have the service with a tie game at 6. Ashton from the right side with the right hand. To the middle, back it goes. Calvillo is there. Here's the setup for Seltz. And a beautiful job by Ava Jo Berry. Diving down, the freshman's able to get the fist on it and get it back over, and a point to Wenatchee. Another lead change in this one. Our 3rd. McMahon on the service. Oh, man, that's a nasty serve, and that's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a point to the Panthers. Good job by Calvillo just to try to get a hand on that one. Nastiness from Ashton McMahon. 2-point lead has been the largest by either team, and that's been by Wenatchee their 2nd time. They've led by 2. McMahon with the service. Down the line, back line, it'll go to Calvillo. Here's a set back to Calvillo. Kill attempt. McMahon there to a knee, and they're going to say illegal strike by Eastmont, and a point to Wenatchee. Largest lead now at 3 for the Panthers. 9-6. McMahon on the service. Oh, Eastmont got out of rotation there. They kept it alive, though. Jo Berry up front to Byer. Now the kill attempt by DeMargin. Here's Woolsborne. Back line to McMahon. Byer, kind of a mishit on her set, and DeMargin couldn't do much with it. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a point to Eastmont. Back and forth this one goes. 9-7 the score. Eastmont with the service. It's to Sarah Peterson. Peterson to McMahon. To Byer. And Black got it over. Here's Seltz. Back on the kill attempt, and a point to Eastmont on Emma Bennett's strike at the net. A lot of smiles for the Wildcats right now. Just coming out of their skin on just about every point. 9-8 the score. Peterson on the serve. Cross court, she'll go to McMahon. It went awkwardly off of her hand. Jo Berry got to it. Can they get it across? They do! How about that? Wenatchee on a scramble. Here's the set, the kill at the nets. Another kill attempt by Eastmont, by Emma Bennett. It's Wenatchee just scrambling to stay alive in this particular point. Now Woolsborne. DeMargin. It's over. Woolsborne again. Scramble again for Eastmont this time. Little touch. McMahon on the back line. Here it goes up to the net. Abby Black kind of out of hand and offset. It'll be a happy accident for Abby as Seltz couldn't get a hand on it. And it's a point to Wenatchee. What a point that was in this first set as Wenatchee now leads it 10-8. Look over at the Wenatchee student body. They've got a big sign right in front. I don't know about the appropriateness of the sign. It says it's hunting season with a bullseye, and it says EHS in the bullseye. And a lot of hunter orange and camouflage by the student body for Wenatchee High School. Angela Kerr comes in. She'll have the serve here for the Panthers as they lead it by 2. First set, best of 5, district championship. Here's the little touch. Beautiful job by Bennett, finding a hole in the pond on the Wenatchee side. And a point to Eastmont. Ashlyn Grasseth will come in. So too will Woolsborne. The service will be to Brenda Calvillo. Senior with the serve. It's a little deep. Good talk on the back line for Wenatchee by McMahon, saying that ball was out. She lets it go, and it was out. Our first unforced error of the game comes for Eastmont on a serve. Ireland Branham now will have the serve for Wenatchee as they lead it by 2, 11-9. Branham from the left side will have this serve. Ireland with the service. Woolsborne is there. Up front it comes to Riggs. Now the kill attempt stopped at the net. Ashlyn Grasseth is there. Woolsborne gets it back over. Another block by Wenatchee. Eastmont keeps it alive. Wenatchee, McMahon down to a knee. Here's the kill attempt. Cross court. Good! DeMartian! Every point is a battle. 3-point lead for Wenatchee. Branham on the serve. That's a little too deep. And Eastmont talks well. They let it go by. Unforced error for Wenatchee. Their first. That was something in the last time these two teams met. The first set going to Eastmont. I think Wenatchee had, 4 or 5 unforced service errors in that first set. They settled it down from there. Rachel Hamilton now on the serve for Eastmont. Dead serve back line to McMahon. Up front to Branham. Here's the set. Little touch by DeMartian. Eastmont is there. Calvillo over to Woolsborne. Little touch for her. Into the pond it goes. Nobody home. And a point to the Wildcats. 1-point differential. Hamilton, the 5'6" junior on the service. Another tough serve. Down to a knee to Martian. Up to Branham. Now the kill by Addie Schultz. It's in. Eastmont closed the gap to within 1. Wenatchee answers back and says not anymore. 13-11 our score. Good crowd on hand for a Saturday afternoon here at Wenatchee High School. Small gym right now. You got Sunnyside taking on West Valley for a chance to get to the game later on this afternoon. Eastmont on the attack here. Kill attempt by Grassett. Now a miss hit for Wenatchee. That'll be their second unforced error here. Substitution for the Wildcats. Back in comes Sarah Peterson to replace Michaela Staines. And the service will be for Tori Woolsborne. Junior will serve from the left side with the right hand. The back line, it's too deep. Good talk by Ava Jo Berry back there, telling her teammates that looks a little deep. It goes past the end line. Grasseth will return in the lineup here for Eastmont. Meanwhile, Ava Jo Berry will have the service for Wenatchee, leading it by 2. The biggest spread we've had in this one is 3 points. Jo Berry, little soft serve. Grasseth is there. She'll get it returned to her and kill Ashland with her first kill of the game. Point to Eastmont. Back to a 1-point differential, and first time we've had that point serve where the point was struck by a particular player and then that player gets the service. Eastmont now with one of those as Ashlyn Grasseth will drop back. Serve it from the middle with the right hand. Jump serve over. Back line it goes to Wenatchee on the counter. Here's McMahon with a nasty kill. Oh my. That adds some velo to it. You're borrowing from the baseball world on the kill by McMahon. Wenatchee tried to counter the emotions by the Eastmont lineup. Abby Black will come in. Also, Elise Beyer will have the service for Wenatchee, leading it by 2. They played at 25, or you got to win by 2. Service is out. Beyer with a rare miss hit on a serve. Third unforced error by Wenatchee in this one. Substitutions for Eastmont. Back in comes Lydia Riggs and Jasmine Seltz. Meanwhile, back to serve will be Lydia Riggs, her second time around serving here for the Wildcats in this particular set. Jump serve, gently across it goes. And here's a awkward, I thought Wenatchee had 4 hits there, but no, now Ava Jo Berry, beautiful job on that kill off of the Wenatchee. And now Eastmont has the ball clang off of a hand and go out of bounds. It'll be a point to the Panthers. Wenatchee back up by 2, 16-14. I thought Wenatchee had 4 hits on that last volley, but no, the officials did not see that, so we play on. Ashton McMahon now with a service for the Panthers. Down the line it goes. There is Peterson. And Calvillo now going to have to just get it across. Diving play for Wenatchee to get it back over. Here's the set up front, and it was not really good for anybody. Peterson tried to find a hole in the pond. Now a touch by Wenatchee. They got it across. What a scramble on this volley. And again, they swipe and a dive by Jo Berry, but Sarah Peterson gets the point for Eastmont. Corinne Davis, head coach for the Wildcats, stomping her feet, clapping her hands as she comes onto the floor to congratulate her ladies on staying within 1 here.
Now serving Sarah Peterson.
Sarah Peterson will have the service for Eastmont. Cross court to McMahon. Up front it comes to Byer. And now the set for Abby Black. This one is over. A little touch at the net by Eastmont, but the Wildcats were in the net. I believe it was Emma Bennett who touched the net. Can't do that. And so a point to Wenatchee. Every time Eastmont gets to within a point, Wenatchee answers in one way or another. Back into the game comes Michaela Staines for the Wildcats. Meanwhile, in is Angela Kerr to serve it for Wenatchee. 17-15. Kerr cross court. There is Woolsborne. Up front it comes to Riggs. Now Woolsborne too deep. Tori, after she hit it, immediately raised her hand and motioned like, oh, yeah, I got to get over the top of that ball, not hit it squarely on the meridian. So back to a 3-point lead, matching its largest. Kerr, beautiful serve, scramble for Eastmont. Calvillo gets it across. There's McMahon up front to Byer, reverse to Black. It kill, it's in. Oh my, how do you defend that? Cross-court kill by Abby Black, the senior, comes through. And Wenatchee has its largest lead at 4 points, 19-15. Service again for Angela Kerr. Cross court it goes. Woolsborne is there. Up front, now the kill, the block at the net. And a point to Wenatchee. Good job by Black up front alongside Waligorski on the kill off of the hit for Eastmont by Lydia Riggs. 20-15. Panthers. Kerr. See if she can continue this string here. Cross court. Backline Woolsborne. Nobody there on the return. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Eastmont. We'll take a 30-second break as well. 21-15. Wenatchee on top. It's the first set of the district championship. And you're watching it live on the NCWLIFE channel.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
Here we come. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE channel brought to you in part by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service, installation, and repair since 1982, serving residential and commercial. They specialize in indoor air quality. Wenatchee on a run here. Eastmont taking a timeout. Coach Corinne Davis hoping to snap that string here as it's now a 6-point lead. Another duck serve and an ace going to drop in as Calvillo couldn't get enough of it. That had an overspin on it off of the service by Angela Kerr. She is trying to serve it out here for Wenatchee and give the Panthers a step towards that district championship. Kerr, again, right hand from the left side on the service. Cross court it goes. Woolsborne is there. Up front to Riggs. Little miss on the sets. Eastmont trying to regain here confidence. Wolfsborn across. Here's a reverse set to Black. Black was coming forward. She had to back up to get it. Now it's a set for Wolfsborn. Block at the net, and they're going to give a point to Wenatchee, saying 4 hits on Eastmont. 23-15, Angela Kerr. How about the job by the senior? Designated server for Wenatchee, getting the job done right now. Wolfsborn up front. Here's a little touch by Emma Bennett. Reverse to Black. There is one at Eastmont on the return, but this one's going to go out of bounds. Hit the antenna on the far side of the net. And frustration for Jasmine Seltz. Wenatchee a point away from winning this first set. Confidence building for the Panthers here, the regular season Big Nine champs, trying to win the district title and get to the state tournament. Service by Kerr. Wolfsborn is there. Up front it comes back to Wolfsborn. She'll just flat-footed set it and get it across. Here's a kill by DeMarjian. Block at the net. Point to Eastmont. They stay alive in this set. Jasmine Seltz, who was frustrated moments ago, blocked that one. And it is Ashlyn Grasseth who comes back in here for Eastmont. Meanwhile, Brenda Calvillo on the service, trailing it by 8. Cross-court serve, McMahon to Beyer. The kill by DeMarjian. The block, it goes out of bounds, and it will be a point to Wenatchee. And the Panthers win the first set here by a final of 25-16. We will take a 60-second break, come back, get you ready for the second set. It's the district championship for the Big Nine coming up here on the NCWLIFE channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
Here we come. Well, the 13th consecutive set won by Wenatchee, going back to its last match with Eastmont, as the Panthers lost the first set in that meeting, but came back and have won 13 straight in a row, including the first one here today by a score of 25-16. As we head to the second set, our broadcast brought to you in part today by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their number one priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pickup and drop-off available too. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. And by Harvest Valley Pest Control, you can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet-safe material around your home or office. Call today for your free estimate. We really appreciate our sponsors being a part of sports broadcasts here on the NCWLIFE channel. Honestly, if they don't sponsor it, we don't get it to you on TV. So if you get a chance, you see the commercials, you hear me talking about our sponsors, when you stop by their businesses, say, hey, you know what, I saw sports on the NCWLIFE channel. That's pretty cool. Thanks for doing that. We appreciate it. And that would go a long way for us as well here on the NCWLIFE channel as we get ready for the second set. Tori Wolfsborn out there for Eastmont along with Ashlyn Grasseth. Also on the floor is Rachel Hamilton. Brenda Calvillo waiting to come in as well. Michaela Staines is out there along with Tamron Heinbigner. It's a lineup for Eastmont. Wenatchee will counter with Marin Stuber out there first. Ireland Branham, Ashton McMahon, also Addie Schultz, Aaron Waligorski, The libero Ava Joberry is waiting to come in. Also out there is Kira DeMargin. Oh, wow. How about this first set over in the small gym here. West Valley able to win, but Sunnyside, what a challenge. 26-24, the win for West Valley in the first set at the small gym here in the other part of our district tournament. What a first one. 25-16 the score here, and let's see what Eastmont has in the emotion tank as they'll get the service, and Rachel Hamilton will lead the way here for the Wildcats. Hamilton with the serve, right hand, right side, got it across to Joberry. Now Branham, now DeMargin, back line to Calvillo. Up front it comes, here's the set for Grasseth. She'll swipe it to the right, diving play by Branham, and DeMargin gets it across. Calvillo up front, here's the set again for Ashlyn Grasseth, but the block up front by Wenatchee. And the point will go to the Panthers. Waligorski up there up front along with Schultz on the block for Wenatchee. First point of the game goes to the Panthers. DeMargin will have the service here. Cross court serve, Woolsborne. The set back to Woolsborne. She'll go back line to DeMargin. Up front it comes to Branham, reverse to Schultz, the block, it goes in, and a point to Eastmont. We're tied at 1. We had 5 ties in our first set. Substitution here for Eastmont. Sarah Peterson will come in. Michaela Sains will take a seat. It'll be Tori Woolsborne on the service for the Wildcats. Tied up at 1. Oh, that's a tough serve. DeMargin is there to Branham. Cross court kill attempt by McMahon. Swipe on a falling down by Schultz. They get it back to Grasseth. And her kill is softly placed in the back line in for a point. Our first lead change. We had 3 of those in our first set. It was at most a 3-point margin, but then Angela Kerr came in to start serving, and boy, she got Wenatchee to within 2 of the set win. Here's the kill attempt. It's too long for Waligorski. On a nice set up front by Branham. Woolsborne on the serve. Eastmont with its 2-point lead, their largest here in the match so far. Woolsborne waiting. Nope, she got the nod from the official, so we're good. Backline, DeMargin had that ball kind of awkwardly hit off of her fist. She had both her fingers clasped on both hands, but right hand was a little bit higher than the left, and so it glances off the right hand and skitters left and out of bounds. A point to Eastmont. Woolsborne. Ooh, what a rifle serve. DeMargin gets down after that one. Branham keeps it alive. McMahon, kill, deep. Point, Eastmont. So the Wildcats answering back here after dropping the first set. Now lead it by 4, 5-1. Tori Woolsborne on the serve. That barely got across the net. Joberry with the bump. Here's McMahon, and I think Eastmont was over the top of the net. They're going to say play on. Here's Ashton Grasseth, but a block at the net. Waligorski's there. Schultz is there. Schultz screams out to her teammates. You betcha. 5-2 the score. Ava Joberry on the service. Favorite spot for her, just left of middle, and she'll go to the back line, and Ashlyn Grasseth could have been called for a double hit, I thought, as she had that ball coming right at her face, just put her hands up defensively. And an ace for Joberry. 5-3 the score here. Wenatchee coming back. A little soft serve this time. Woolsborne. Now the scramble up front by Hamilton. They get it across to Eastmont. Here's Ireland Branham trying to find a hole in the pond. Calvillo. Now the set. Peterson. That's going to be a point for Eastmont. Not quite hitting it cleanly was Stuber. McMahon's falling down, trying to get after it, and she can't. 6-3 Eastmont. Grassett on the serve. Ashland serve. Boy, that's a tough one, and it will go basically an ace as Ava Jo Berry sprawled down to get after it, and it goes off of her hands into the Wenatchee fans across the way. Eastmont back to its largest lead at 4 at 7-3. Second set. First to win 3 wins the district title. Jo Berry now to Branham. Now cross court to Schultz. The block. It goes out of bounds at the point to Wenatchee. Good block up front for Eastmont as Bennett was there along with Peterson. But you got to have that fence that you create with your hands absolutely parallel to the net here in order to make that come in play, and that one goes out of play. So the service now to Elise Beyer. Beyer back line. Woolsborne got a piece of it. Now Eastmont not talking to each other. That ball saved. It'll skip off a rafter and then fall in, and that's going to be a point to Eastmont. Jo Berry was on the back line there. Thought that ball may have been deep, but she returned it, or tried to anyway, and the ball ricochets up into the rafters here at Wenatchee High School's gymnasium. Lydia Riggs and Jasmine Seltz will come in. Riggs will have the service for the Wildcats as they're back to their largest lead at 4 at 8-4. Riggs serve. McMahon up front. Beyer. Now the kill by Black. Eastmont doing a good job on the return. Here's a backline shot and a scramble. That ball may have been deep, but trying for it on a sprawl was Bree Sackman. Goes off of her left hand, out of bounds, and a point. So we're going to get a timeout by Wenatchee. We'll take a 30-second break as well. 9-4 the score. Eastmont up by 5 in the second set. You're watching the district championship on the NCWLIFE channel. We'll be right back.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Our score after the timeout by Wenatchee. First timeout here in the second set as Eastmont trying to even this match at a set apiece after Wenatchee won the opener 25-16. Service again will be by Lydia Riggs. She'll go cross court to Jo Berry. Up front to Beyer. Reverse on the set and the kill attempt. It's in. Beautiful hit from Marin Stuber. So the freshman comes through for Wenatchee. Yet again, McMahon will have the service for the Panthers. And a 9-5 contest. Ashton McMahon. Down the line. Boy, that's a tough serve. Woolsborne is there. Reverse set by Riggs to Hamilton. And Wenatchee got it over, but it's a point to Eastmont. And again, Corinne Davis leaping into the air with every point for her team. Got to appreciate the enthusiasm of the coach for Eastmont. Now Peterson, who was part of getting that point for Eastmont, has the service. Sackman is there. Now Abby Black on a kill, and that will ricochet off the fist of Lydia Riggs and go out of bounds. And a point to Wenatchee. Abby Black, I'll tell you, we saw her in her final game in senior night here against Sunnyside. And Abby just had that kill going on that night. It'll be a long day for Eastmont if Abby can get that dialed up here again. 10-6 the score. Service to the Panthers and Angela Kerr. Kerr was huge in that first set, serving 7 consecutive points. McMahon. Now we're going to get a point to Wenatchee, as they say I believe that's a call of a kill from the back line. And I guess you can't do that. Hold on. We got the officials talking it over here. with the scores table, make sure everybody's on the same page. Meanwhile, Angela Kerr will serve 2 in a row here. 10-7 the score. Calvillo up front. Here's Bennett. Now nobody's talking to each other, and the ball just fall in and give Wenatchee an easy point. Lydia Riggs we didn't see during the regular season that much in this lineup, nor did we see Jasmine Seltz much, but they are both heavily involved in this one, and it seems that rotation communication lacking a little bit. Kerr with the service. Cross court, it'll go to Calvillo. Up front is Riggs. Now the kill at the nets, and right there the wall of Black and Wologorski on the kill attempt by Eastmont, and it will bounce right back in their face. It'll be a point. 10-9, Angela Kerr, who was key in the first win for the Panthers, key here again to bring the Panthers back into this one. Oh, she got that serve across. Tough one, tough one. Back line it goes, and Eastmont just gets it across by Michaela Staines. Here's a reverse set to Abby Black, and Black is going to get it across, but they're going to say on the set attempt up front by Beyer, 2 hits. 11-9 the score. Eastmont up by 2 as Calvillo will have the service. Ava Jo Berry comes back in for Wenatchee. Ashlyn Grasseth also back in for Eastmont. Service by Calvillo. Back line to McMahon. Up front to Byers. Now the kill by Sackman. Wenatchee scrambling. Jo Berry was in on the floor in everybody's way. Now Calvillo just got a fist on it. And now the kill, it'll go into the nets for Michaela Staines, and a point to Wenatchee. Panthers have cut the lead to 1 after Eastmont led by as many as 5 in this first set. After that timeout by Marty McMahon, the temperature of the room has swung on the favor of the Panthers here. Ireland Branham now with a service, trying to tie it up in this second set. Her serve across, Wolfsborn is there. Now to Riggs, Grasseth, back line, Jo Berry. Up front it comes to Branham. Now the kill attempt, but the block will come down on the Eastmont side off of the fist of Addie Schultz. Schultz and Black have been important for Wenatchee here in this match so far. Tied at 11. That is our second tie in the second set. But momentum definitely on Wenatchee's side. Jump serve. Wolfsborn up front to Riggs. Here's Grasseth. She'll go back line to McMahon. Up in the middle to Byers. Branham. And then the kill by DeMarjian was too deep. Substitution for Eastmont as Riggs and Seltz will come out. In comes Heimbigner and Hamilton. And it will be Rachel Hamilton on the service. Eastmont wrestled the lead away from Wenatchee early in this one and have held it up until that time moments ago. Now back up by 1. Dead duck serve across to McMahon. Now up front to Addie Schultz. Kill in. Nastiness from number 12 up front. It's fun to watch Addie's face. She immediately on a kill like that will just look fierce. And then her teammates come congratulate her, and then she looks kind of like guilty happy. DeMarjian has the service here as we're all tied at 12. Our third tie of the match, of the set, that is. Calvillo, now it will be a little bit too deep off the fist of Michaela Staines. And another point to Wenatchee, and the Panthers take the lead back. Our second lead change after it was 1-0 early. The freshman, Kiera DeMarjian on the service. Right hand, right side, cross court, back line to Wolfsborn. Up front it goes, then back to Wolfsborn again. And the block at the nets. Ashton McMahon got up high and was able to get the kill or the block. And that's going to be a timeout for Eastmont as the Wildcats trail it by 2. We'll keep it right here. Our broadcast on the NCWLIFE channel is brought to you in part by Les Schwab. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. Also by One Way Construction, your project, your way. Find them online at onewayconstructionnw.com. Well, this is our final planned broadcast for the fall here on the NCWLIFE channel. We'll take a little time off before we get going with our winter sports season. We've got a couple of wrestling matches on our schedule, but we honestly don't know if those are going to happen. So far, the turnout for wrestling has been paltry for both Eastmont and Wenatchee, but we're hearing this is kind of a statewide trend after wrestling was wiped off the map a season ago. They wrestled outside a couple of times. It was weird last spring and into the summer. But we have scheduled anyway our first wrestling match on Thursday, December 9th, Eastmont versus Davis, and then Wenatchee and Moses Lake on December 14th. We know there will be basketball, and we'll have a girls matchup here at Wenatchee High School with the Panthers and Cheney. The girls first, the boys second. It's on Thursday, December 16th, so tune in for that here on the NCWLIFE channel. So here we go after the timeout, 14-12 the score. Nasty serve again from DeMarjian. Eastmont rotating, and I gotta say a couple of hits by Rachel Hamilton on one swipe at the ball, so that's, you just can't do that. And Wenatchee now, its largest lead at 3. Panthers have come back from being down 5, now up by 3. Again, service by DeMarjian. Up front, they'll rotate it around. Wolfsborn will go back line. There's DeMarjian up front to Branham. Now the kill by McMahon. Ashton Grass is there, but the ball falls on Eastmont's side, and Ashlyn looks at her coach and saying, what am I supposed to do? 4-point lead for Wenatchee. 16-12 here in the second set. Wenatchee trying to go up 2-0. Another tough serve. Calvillo got enough of it. Now getting it across is Heimbigner. Branham reverses to Addie Schultz. And that's just a defensive, oh my gosh, by Michaela Staines. And it goes out of bounds off of her head, I think. And will be a point to Wenatchee. Substitution, Staines will come out as she can't help but giggle after that. Rifle shot came right by her head. Sarah Peterson will come in. Actually, no, they're going to say that was a point to Eastmont. Wolfsborn on the service, trailing it by 3. Back line to Joe Berry, up front to Branham. Reverse set to Schultz. Schultz had it partially blocked. Eastmont got it. Now a little touch at the line as Joe Berry goes down to a knee. Branham now a touch by McMahon. Beautiful placement and a point for Wenatchee. Back to a 4-point differential at 17-13. Seeing a lot of the ladies pull on their shirts and kind of try to get some air to their chest, and it is warm in here. And they crank the heat up with the temperatures cooling outside. David Joe Berry on the service here for Wenatchee. Back line it goes. Wolfsborn is there. Now the set up front for Grasseth. Tipped off a hand, but they're going to say into the net after the block attempt by Wenatchee, and so a point to Eastmont. Grasseth will have the serve here for the Wildcats. Heimbigger talking it over up front. Grasseth on the serve. Unfortunately, it goes into the net. And that'll be our first unforced service error in this one, the second of the match here for Eastmont. Grasseth replaced by Brenda Calvillo on the floor as Wenatchee's up to its largest lead again at 4 points at 18-14. Panther student body feeling it here, making a lot of noise for Elise Beyer. Beyer serve, another dead duck serve, and that falls in for an ace. Wolfsborn and Calvillo can do nothing but sprawl for it, and then check out the lights here on the surface of the ceiling at Wenatchee High School. 19-14, Wenatchee's largest lead. Beyer, Wolfsborn. Up front, the set, the kill by Bennett. It touched Wenatchee and goes, no, they're going to say a point to Eastmont. No, a point to Wenatchee, excuse me. I thought it touched one of the Panthers up front, but the officials say no, it went out of bounds. So Beyer will have the service here, 5 points away from getting the second set. Beyer down the line, Wolfsborn is there. Up front, there was a little congestion there for Eastmont, and Joe Berry can't get enough of this one as it hits the back wall. It'll be a point to the Wildcats. They needed that one badly. 20-15 our score. Lydia Riggs will come back in here for Eastmont and replace Tamron Heimbigner. Riggs will have the service. Riggs on the serve. From the right side, cross court it goes. Joe Barry had to go down to a knee to get to it. Now the kill by Wenatchee. Calvillo is there. A little swipe by Eastmont, and they're going to say a point to Wenatchee on a lift on that swipe attempt here for the Wildcats. Rachel Hamilton had a great idea, but it was a lift as she directed the ball rather than hitting the ball. 21-15 to score. Wenatchee's largest lead now at 6. And Ashton McMahon will have the service. Served by Ashton. Calvillo there, but nobody else will follow. And a beautiful serve by McMahon. Point to the Panthers. Definitely momentum on their side. They trail it by 5 at one point in this second set and now lead it by 7, trying to wrap it up here. McMahon. Calvillo. Rotation is Hamilton. Now the swipe, and the point going to be to Eastmont as Sarah Peterson got enough of that to get it over. Wenatchee can't respond. And Peterson will have the service after getting the kill. And that is in. Oh my, Ava Jo Berry back there thought that ball, I thought it was going to go too deep too, but it just struck the inside portion of the line back there, according to the line judge. And so it brings Eastmont to within 5 at 22-17. Again, the service. Cross court, Ava Jo Berry. And they got enough of it. Did Marnie McMahon get enough to get it over? It hit the ceiling. She got enough of it. It just went too high. If we're going to get a timeout taken by Wenatchee as Eastmont has cut the lead to 4. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. You're watching the Big 9 District Championship here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Substitution for Eastmont, and for the first time today, Sammy Beck will come into the contest here for the Wildcats, who is on a little run here. After Wenatchee got up by 6, Eastmont has cut that lead down to 4. Before Sammy Beck can come into the contest, though, she has to remove a nose ring, and so she won't be able to come in. So the service by Sarah Peterson, hold on. The official thought that the sub was coming in. We thought the sub was coming in, but it'd be Sammy Beck had to remove a nose ring. So I think we got it all settled now. Service, cross court, out. And we'll see what that delay causes Sarah Peterson and the Wildcats here, as it's now Wenatchee 2 points from winning this one. Substitution as in comes Michaela Staines. Out comes Sarah Peterson for the Wildcats. Meanwhile, in comes Angela Kerr, trying to serve it out for Wenatchee. 2 away. Service into the net, unforced error by Wenatchee. It's their 4th of the day, their first in this set. Final in the second set in the small gym, West Valley 25, Sunnyside 17. Thank you, Dan Kuntz, for that information. So Sunnyside is 1 set away from having their season come to an end. West Valley will play if West Valley can win, they will play the loser of this one between Wenatchee and Eastmont. 23-19, Brenda Calvillo on the service. Cross court it goes. DeMargin is there. Up front to Beyer, back to DeMargin, and that is too deep. Good eye by Brenda Calvillo. And it cuts the lead to 3. 23-20. It seems, for whatever reason, Sammy Beck, by the way, is in on the floor now for Eastmont. You get to that 20 margin, that 20-point plateau, and just seems to be a little magical. Byer and a little touch. Wologorsky, no, they're going to say it was a lift and a point to Eastmont. It's a 2-point differential. Hold on to your hats. 23-21, Brenda Calvillo on the service for Eastmont. Meanwhile, Ashton McMahon wants a definition of what was wrong with that particular hit by Wenatchee. Our officials, Kate Amberly is the top official. Serena Washington here by the scorer's table. Calvillo on the service. It gets across. McMahon is there. Now to Black. Joe Berry got it across. Calvillo sets it up, and the kill by Wolfsborn, but into the nets is Wenatchee. Point to Eastmont. Down by 1. You got to win by 2. Calvillo, jump serve, it's deep, and it's out. Looked like she kind of threw it out in front of her a little bit too far, and then she had to quicken her arm speed to hit it, and in the process, it was too deep, and Wenatchee is a point away from winning this one. The unforced error, the second of the sets for Eastmont. And Ireland Branham will have the service for Wenatchee, trying to go up 2-0 in the district championship. Service on the way. It's across. Calvillo is there. Scramble for Eastmont. Wolfsborn will get it over. Backline it goes to McMahon. Up front it comes to Branham. Now to kill. Schultz in. Point. Set. Wenatchee a set away from the district title for the Panthers as they win it 25-22. We'll take a break and come back for the third set. Coming up, you're watching the district championship on the NCWLIFE channel.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
Let's face it, selling your good used vehicle can be a hassle, if nothing else. Consign your vehicle here at Global Elite Motors. When you do, you'll get the best possible price because of our proprietary selling system. We offer the ability to finance, add warranties, take trade-ins, and much, much more. Each consignment vehicle we represent is thoroughly inspected and marketed to attract qualified buyers. Let us help sell your quality vehicle. Buying a vehicle? Consigning a vehicle? Stop by Global Elite Motors on Wenatchee Avenue at Global Car Care.
Here we come. Getting ready for the third set with Wenatchee up 2-0 here over Eastmont in the district championship at Wenatchee High School. Thanks for joining us here on the NCWLIFE channel. I'm Eric Granstrom. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Rivercom 911. Rivercom is hiring today. See what a career as a telecommunicator can do for you and what you can do for your community. Go to rivercom911.org and apply today. Also by Sangster Motors. The American Challenge is on at Sangster Motors, home of the all-new Yukon SUV. Well, it's been fun to bring you volleyball and girls soccer and football here this fall. On the NCWLIFE channels, we're back to normal with high school sports, back in the fall where it should be. And the winter season is upon us. They already have practice started for some of the winter sports, and again, we're not hearing good things about wrestling with a paltry turnout. And so I don't even know if they're going to have a wrestling season or not, which would be unfortunate. But with all the restrictions with COVID and testing and vaccinations and all that kind of stuff, it does not look good for a wrestling season. So if they have wrestling, we will broadcast it. We know we have basketball coming, and we will broadcast that starting in December here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel. So the lineup here for Eastmont includes Sammy Beck out there along with Rachel Hamilton, Tori Wolfsborn, Ashlyn Grasseth, Emma Bennett, and Sarah Peterson. Brenda Calvillo will come in as the libero. Meanwhile, Wenatchee countering with Ireland Branham, Erin Wologorski, Addie Schultz, Kiera DeMargin, Marin Stuber out there for the Panthers. Ashton McMahon as well. And now Ava Jo Berry, the libero, will come in. I believe the service will be to Wenatchee, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it will. And it will be Ireland Branham who will serve it to start this third set. Again, West Valley taking the first two from Sunnyside over in the small gym, trying to advance to our 2 o'clock game, which we'll have here live on the NCWLIFE channel. Branham with the first serve of the third set. Cross court, it'll go to Calvillo up front. And now the set for Ashton Grassa. And now the kill attempt by Addie Schultz. Beautiful save by Wolfsborn off to Calvillo. Excuse me, that was Wolfsborn. That save was over there by Michaela Staines. The point, however, will go to Wenatchee. First point of our third set. Wenatchee won the opener 25-16 and just won the second set 25-22. Branham on the service. Backline, it will go as Sammy Beck was there. Here's a kill across courts by DeMargin. Eastmont counters. Tori Wolfsborn. Backline, it goes to McMahon. Up front to Brown on the reverse set to Schultz. It's too deep. Let's see who's got the serve now for Eastmont. It'll be Rachel Hamilton. Meanwhile, Sammy Beck will come out, and in comes Jasmine Seltz for Coach Corinne Davis. Hamilton on the serve, tied at 1. McMahon, Branham, kill, Schultz, block, Grasseth, point, Wenatchee. Ashland getting a little frustrated out there. DeMargin will have the service here, the freshman on the right side with the right-handed serve. Down the line it goes. Back there is Staines, and another point to Wenatchee. Grasseth and Seltz talking it over up front. Little confusion out there. Meanwhile, service for Wenatchee out at its largest lead here. Early going, third set. DeMargin serve. Backline is Calvillo. Now to Grasseth. Now back. Calvillo didn't get it across though. Again, Eastmont seems to be out of rotation right now. And just bodies bumping into each other. You figure you get this late in the season, 17th match of the season, that wouldn't be happening, but it is right now. And a 3-point lead for Wenatchee. Service was in. Oh my, ace. That was so close, so close. Brenda Calvillo was back there. She had a good eyeball on it, but give DeMargin an ace and a 4-point lead for Wenatchee. Again, we talked about the emotional gas tank. How much does Eastmont have left in it? Kiera DeMargin on the service for Wenatchee. Jump serve, Wolfsborn got a piece of it. Now Calvillo gets it over. Joe Berry up to Branham. Now the kill attempt by Wologorski. Eastmont keeps it alive. They get it back over to DeMargin. Up front it goes to Branham. She'll set it up for McMahon. This kill is in. And a point to Wenatchee. Emphatically so by Ashton McMahon. Timeout. Eastmont will break for 30. 6-1 our score here in the third set as Wenatchee tries to wrap up the district championship. We'll be back after this on the NCWLIFE channel.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Five-point lead for Wenatchee here in the third set of this district championship. Panthers win the regular season Big Nine title with an 11-0 record. And Kara DeMargin continues on the service here for the Panthers, up by a score of 6-1. Service is across. Woolsborne, and it hits the top of the nets outside the antenna, so that's out of bounds. It'll be a point to Wenatchee. Panthers just really dominant here this season in the Big Nine, and they're hoping for even better come the state tournament. DeMargin, again a freshman. How about it? Woolsborne. Calvillo. Grasseth got it across. Schultz. Branham. McMahon. Point. Wenatchee. Tori Woolsborne helped off the floor by her teammates. She is shaking her right hand after that one. That one hurt a lot. 8-1 the score. Wenatchee in charge. DeMargin on the service. Woolsborne trying to fight off the tears right now. That right hand is hurting. DeMargin too deep, and a point to Wenatchee. And we'll see how the hand is or the fingers are for Tori Woolsborne, because she'll have the service now in an 8-2 contest. I don't know if she jammed it or, those kills when you're up there trying to block it could just hyperextend your finger too. Service by Woolsborne, tips the top of the net, falls in. She'll take that one, as she is still in a lot of pain back there, but she's fighting through it with a smile on her face. (8-3). It's been all Wenatchee here in this third set so far. This one's too deep. And again, Woolsborne looking over to her coach. Looks like she's going to be all right, stay in there. Meanwhile, in for Wenatchee comes Marin Stuber. And Ava Jo Berry will have the service in a 9-3 contest. Ava serve, cross court. Woolsborne there. Up front it comes. Now the little touch by Seltz across to Schultz. Back to Schultz on the kill. It's touched at the nets and then goes off of Woolsborne. Goes out of bounds. A point to Wenatchee. Panthers back up to their largest lead at 7. Ava Jo Berry will move over to the right side for this particular service. It's on the way. And goes back line to Woolsborne. Now Seltz with the kill. Jo Berry is there to Branham. Now the kill at the net, and a point for Wenatchee as it falls on the Eastmont side, and a beautiful kill up front by Marin Stuber. Stuber, one of the freshmen in the lineup here for Wenatchee. Boy, the future sure is bright for this Panther program. Jo Berry, service. A little soft serve. Beautiful job by Grasseth to get it and get it over. Here's a set for McMahon. Cross court, too far outside, and a point to Eastmont. Substitution for the Wildcats as Bennett comes in for Calvillo. Service will be to Grasseth. Oops. One of those rare unforced errors. Eastmont with 4 of them now on the day. Also 4 for Wenatchee. Abby Black in. Schultz is out. Branham is out. And so too in is Elise Beyer. Beyer will have the serve. And an 8-point Wenatchee lead. Trying to wrap up the district title here. Service across, tips the top of the net. Calvillo cartwheeling down, trying to get a piece of it. She does not. Ace Beyer. Point Wenatchee. Marty McMahon, head coach for Wenatchee, hollering out to her front line about being earlier. The nasty serve I thought that may have been heading out, but down to a knee with Sarah Peterson, and she could not get enough of it. And Beyer with a nasty serve there puts Wenatchee up by 10, 14-4. Service for Beyer. Again, backline Woolsborne, and a touch by McMahon. Got it back over the net. Here's Seltz. And they're going to say Wenatchee into the net. I think McMahon is the guilty party there. And a point to Eastmont. Sammy Beck will come in to replace Seltz for Eastmont, and she'll have the service as the Wildcats trail it by 9, 14-5 here. Backline to Barry, and down is Beyer, and the Panthers get it across. Eastmont with a counter. Here's Peterson with the kill and a point. It's the first offensive point in a while here for Eastmont on its own serve. Service for Beck. Cross court. Joe Barry is there. Beyer now the set and the touch. Eastmont point. Beautiful job getting up high by Emma Bennett. Another offensive point here for Eastmont, and a timeout going to be taken by Wenatchee. Coach McMahon wants to talk it over with her troops, not to get too relaxed here. Our broadcast brought to you in part today by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local, providing outstanding value and service since 1962. Well, high school football last night, the game we broadcast here on the NCWLIFE channel, saw Moses Lake finish the Big 9 season undefeated by downing Wenatchee 30-13. Another action last night. Omak, the only Caribou Trail League team that will be heading on to the state tournament after a narrow win over Newport, 33-28. Riverside demolished Chelan 58-13. Freeman beat up Cascade 39-14. Lakeside down Cashmere 28-8. In B-League play last night, Brewster over Liberty of Spangle 41-6. Soap Lake and Bridgeport, the two teams combined for 120 points last night. Soap Lake wins it 70-50. And Davenport beats Lake Roosevelt 24-14. Some of the high school football scores from last night. Eastmont football team advancing to the state tournament. They'll find out their seeding tomorrow and where they'll be on the road, I'm sure, after a number 2 seed in the Big 9. Sammy Beck on the service. Back line it goes to DeMargin. Up front to Beyer. And now the kill attempt by Black, and it falls in, and a point for Eastmont. Heck of a kill by Abby Black at the net, but the block even better for Eastmont. Well, Sammy has done a good job serving here for Eastmont. Beck with the serve, awkwardly so, and Joe Barry there, McMahon there, DeMargin got it across. Now the set up front, here's Bennett, and she tried to go right side with it. Joe Barry falling down, got a piece of it, now it's back over. Here's Eastmont again, setting it up for Peterson. And into the nets is Wenatchee, and a point to Eastmont. Wildcats trying to make a challenge here. After Wenatchee got out to an 8-point lead, it's now down to 5 at 14-9. Service for the Wildcats by Beck. She's been on a nice little run here. This one ticks the top of the net. Joe Barry is there. Now McMahon will get it over. Cross court to Woolsborne. Up front it goes to Hamilton. Now Calvillo, and a diving attempt by Joe Barry. How she got a back of a knuckle on that, I'm not sure. It goes out of bounds at a point to Eastmont. It's down to a 4-point margin. Beck, serve, cross court, back line, DeMargin. Up front it comes. Here's the kill by McMahon. A hit a fist and goes out of bounds. It's a point to Wenatchee. That breaks the string here for Beck. McMahon now has the service for Wenatchee, up by 5. Ashton's service lightly across to Calvillo. Nice idea by Wenatchee's Hamilton. Now a diving, sprawling play. There's Hamilton again with a touch. Up front it comes Beyer, and now DeMargin into the net. Point to Eastmont. Wildcats trying to rally here. Into the contest comes Bree Sackman for Wenatchee. Meanwhile, the service for Eastmont will be to Sarah Peterson. Right hand from the left side. Sackman is there. Now the reverse to Black. Hamilton. Woolsborne, cross court, out. Good eye by Wenatchee. Good communication as well, and a point to the Panthers. Angela Kerr comes in for Wenatchee. So does Erin Wologorski. Meanwhile, in for Eastmont is Michaela Staines for the Wildcats. Trailing it by 5, 16-11. Angela Kerr service. Oh, what a tough serve. Beck was there to get it. Woolsborne gets it over. Defensive move by Wenatchee. Panthers get it across to Sackman. Calvillo up front to Hamilton. Here's the kill by Bennett. Back line. McMahon can't get enough of it, and a point to Eastmont. Substitution for Wenatchee. Joe Barry will come back in. Calvillo will have the service for Eastmont. And hang on, we got a untied shoe here. Wologorski leaning down to get that right shoe tied. She's good. We're good. And here comes Calvillo. Cross court, dangerous serve. Byer. Sackman. It looks like Eastmont was into the net, according to our official on the floor here right in front of us, Serena Washington. Schultz will come back in. So too will Branham for Wenatchee in a 5-point game, 17-12. Branham will go to the middle for the serve here. Soft serve to Calvillo. To Hamilton up front, Woolsborne. Touch at the net. We're going to have a point as going into the net or under the nets, I think was Tori Woolsborne for Eastmont. And a point to Wenatchee. Branham on the service. Back line, and Woolsborne, Staines just couldn't get down quick enough, and a point to the Panthers. 6 away from winning the district championship, 19-12 the score. And a final from the small gym here. West Valley will move on and play that 2 o'clock game to get to state after a 25-15 win in the third set over Sunnyside. Calvillo sprawling down. Now Grasser with the kill and the point for Eastmont to stay alive here, 19-13. Beck replaced by Seltz in the lineup, as meanwhile the service will go to Rachel Hamilton for Eastmont. Again, the loser of this match will play West Valley now at 2 o'clock in a winner to state, loser season done. Branham, the kill to Schultz. Calvillo, Woolsborne. Joe Barry, reverse to Schultz. The block skips out of bounds off of Grasseth. That'll be a point to Wenatchee. They hit that 20-point margin. Lead it 20-13. Bree Sackman will have the service here for the Panthers. Bree's service back to Calvillo. Up front to Hamilton. Grasseth, a little bit too soft on that one, and the ball skips on her side of the net and goes in for a point for Wenatchee. Sackman on the service. Backline to Calvillo. Reverse. Here's Woolsborne. And McMahon goes up high and gets the block and sends it back in Eastmont's face for another point for Wenatchee. 22-13. Largest lead for Wenatchee here in this third set. Bree Sackman trying to wrap it up here. The sophomore for Wenatchee. Spins that ball. Right-handed serve. Gets it across. Woolsborne goes down and gets it. Now Staines gets it back over the net. Sackman is there. To Branham, cross court, McMahon, kill, in, point, Wenatchee. Panthers have just been dominant all season long. Their only loss of the season came against Chelan here at home, 3-0. They've won everything since. trying to win it here. Hamilton. Grasseth, flat-footed to McMahon. Branham, look at the rotation for Wenatchee. They're all over the place, and this ball is out. Off of the hand to McMahon, trying to go down the line. Peterson will come back in for Eastmont and replace Michaela Staines. The service will be to Eastmont as they try to stay alive here in the district championship. Woolsborne on the service. Cross court, Joe Barry is there. Up front it goes to Branham. Here's the kill by McMahon, blocked. Joe Barry gets it back over. Branham looking for the hole in the pond, can't find it. Grasseth up front, Peterson with the block. It goes out of bounds, a point to Eastmont. Back to an 8-point margin. Seems like an awfully steep hill to climb for the Wildcats. Woolsborne trying to be up to that challenge. Joe Barry back line. Up front to Branham. Reverse set to Schultz. Blocked. Schultz defensively got it back, but then nobody there to follow. And a point to Eastmont. The offensive points have been sparing here in this one. We're going to get another timeout taken by Wenatchee. We'll take a break as well and come back. You're watching the district championship here at Wenatchee High School with Wenatchee trying to sweep aside the Eastmont Wildcats. We're back after this 30-second timeout.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
(23-16). Eastmont trying to stay alive here in the third set against Wenatchee as Tori Woolsborne continues on the service after the Wenatchee timeout. And it's too deep. Wenatchee 1 point away from claiming the district title. Substitution for the Panthers. In comes Marin Stuber. Back goes Ava Joe Barry for the service. Biggest of her young life, the freshman, approaches. Backline it goes. Calvillo is there. Up front to Hamilton. Here's a set for Grasseth. It's blocked, and Wenatchee will win it. The Panthers win the district championship by sweeping Eastmont here today. 3-0. The final 25-16 here in the third. Congratulations to the Panthers. A district title and a district crown. Jim Beeson, the athletic director for Wenatchee High School, will present the trophy to the Panthers. We'll try to keep, we will stay right here for that trophy presentation. Here it comes. Jim Beeson will hand it to Coach Marty McMahon. Congratulations to the Wenatchee Panthers, continuing their winning streak, now at 12. And they'll see what kind of damage they can do at the state tournament. Eastmont, meanwhile, will have to rebound here and come back and play at 2 o'clock about a half hour from now, and we'll have that here on the NCWLIFE channel. We'll take a break, come back, try to get a coach and try to get a player on the postgame show coming up next here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1,
And I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do. And they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
GMC Sierra with hands-free driving offers the most advanced and luxurious pickup in its class. Yeah, it rocks.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chair on the other side. You can use this time warranty.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Welcome back here on the postgame show on the NCWLIFE channel, where the Wenatchee Panthers are the district champions. Ashton McMahon joining us here to talk about that. How does that feel to hear that district champions?
It's surreal. I think this is something that we've been dreaming about since the beginning. Summer, working hard all year, and it's been a goal of ours ever since the beginning. So I can't even explain it. It's just so emotional for us, and I couldn't be happier for us and the team. So.
Well, everybody played a hand in this one for you guys here today. How hard was that to have a week to think about the fact that you guys were going to play for the championship here today, let alone against Eastmont?
Yeah, we started preparing for this since last week, and I think it's really been helping us visualize, and like every single day after practice we'd visualize, and I think it proved out here how much work we put in all week just for this moment. So
tell me about these freshmen for you guys in your starting lineup. They don't seem to be fazed by this at all.
No, they are doing a fantastic job. Beginning we had a little bit of doubt, but they have came in here and proved that they have those 3 starting spots. I couldn't be more proud of them.
So league champs, district champs, now headed to state. I'm sure you're not happy with just going to state, right?
Oh no, we're in it to win it.
Congratulations. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Ashton McMahon joining us here on the postgame show. We're going to talk with Marty McMahon. Coming up next is Eastmont and Wenatchee. They go 3, but the Panthers sweep it and win the district title. They get the championship and head to state as a number 1 seed. We'll come back with more right after this on the NCWLIFE channel.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious? No, he's not. He's not. Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
Direct from Las Vegas, Holiday Dreams, a spectacular holiday cirque. Experience holograms, interactive lasers, projection mapping, and a cast of international cirque performers on one stage. Experience the futuristic holiday show everyone's talking about. Make new memories with your family this holiday season and experience Holiday Dreams, a spectacular holiday show. Live in concert.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Welcome back here on the postgame show on the NCWLIFE channel, joined by Marnik McMahon, the head coach for Wenatchee. How emotional is this for you to now be considered the district champ?
I think it's great. I think it's great for the kids. You know, I keep telling them what a feeling it is to win a district championship and to stamp a banner up on the wall that'll be there for a long time. And that's what you're working for every day. And I think they're feeling why they work so hard. Yeah.
Eastmont came out spirited, but I thought Angela Kerr kind of really got things going for you in that first set. That kind of set the tone. It looked like it was kind of going back and forth, but Angela served, and then you guys just had good rotation and finished off that first set, and that really kind of carried you, I thought, through the next two.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I mean, it comes down to the serve and pass game for sure against Eastmont. I know we've the physicality at the net we've got, but we have to serve and pass well. We have to beat them in those areas, and we did that in the first set. Angela Kerr, Elise Byer went on a run. Ashton McMahon, Ireland Branham all went on runs. So that's where statistically you'll beat a team if you can go on runs like that.
We're wowed by the freshmen and what they've been able to do at such a young age, but we got to talk about your seniors and that leadership. And you sent us Ashton to talk about things here after the match was over. And I mean, you don't get here unless you have that.
No, absolutely. The 4 seniors have been pivotal this year for us, and my girls just love on them, and they bring in that seasonedness, that leadership that you want, and then the young kids just jump on their backs and say, let's go.
Well, and Ashton seems to be one of those as well that just really, I mean, the girls seem to feed off of her. I don't know if that's the case. I'm not around you guys all the time like you are, but it just seems so.
Yeah, I mean, Ash is, a 5'7" outside, but she has a lot of power behind her ball, and she makes good decisions, and she can pass really well. So with that combination, she's one of those kids that you got to have on the floor all the time.
Well, I talked to her, and I imagine that it's the same case for you. Getting to the state tournament is one thing, but you guys, I'm sure, want to do a lot more than just get there.
Absolutely. Our next goal is to bring home some hardware. So, these girls have 24 hours to celebrate, and then it's back to work.
Well, and they get the hardware here today of the district championship. Congratulations, and let's keep that undefeated string keep going.
Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you.
Marnie McMahon joining us here on the postgame show. That's going to wrap it up for our first broadcast. We will have Eastmont and West Valley coming up for a last chance to get to the state tournament. That's right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Have a good afternoon. We'll see you in about a half an hour for more volleyball here on your local TV station. Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5.
Thanks for watching High School Sports on your home for local high school sports, the NCWLIFE channel. Today's broadcast was brought to you by Biosports Physical Therapy, Charter College, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Les Schwab, One Way Construction, Rivercom 911, Save Mart, and Sangster Motors. Stay with us all year long for high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel. We now return to regular programming already in progress.